Values are our individual beliefs that motivate us to act one way or another, and essentially they become our guide or our compass. Values are derived from our experiences as well as our belief. Also, generally speaking, we're often predisposed to adopt the values of our family. So as you can see, values are extremely important. They have a massive impact in our lives. And so it's important that you not only understand your values, but you understand the impact that they have on you. A question that I get more often than not is, how do I change my values? You see, a lot of people will uncover that they have certain values, but also recognize that these values aren't serving their success and want to change them. So let's talk about that today. The truth is, values are not easily changed. They're something that are deeply ingrained in us. And in order to effectively change values, it actually starts with deep transformational and change work. You see, you can change your external world as much as you want, and you can try to effort and force and hustle and strategize your way to change your values. But if you don't deeply believe it on a subconscious level, it's not going to be a lasting change, and that effort is going to exhaust you. So as a coach, when I'm working with my clients and when I'm teaching my clients to work with their clients, the way in which we work to change values is that we don't put so much emphasis on that. We do the change work, such as like breakthrough days, hypnosis sessions, time techniques, human design, things like that, to really create change on a deeper level so that it embeds at a deeper level, and then the values just begin to alter and change themselves. You have to change your thoughts, your actions, and the way you behave in order to really be able to see a significant change. Now, in order to do that, you have to understand what values you're changing, for what reason, and what values you need to adopt instead. Tony Robbins actually touched on this, and he has 5 amazing questions and reflective questions that allow you to really consider and reflect on the way in which you want to redesign your value system. So let's talk about those. So the first step before being able to shift any kind of value is you got to know your values. And it's deeper than just knowing, your top 3 values of family, love, and success. You got to know in what order you would rank your values, aka your value hierarchy. The first reflective question that Tony Robbins asks you to consider is, what do my values need to be in order to create my ultimate destiny and to be the best person I could possibly be? This is important because as you're considering this, you really start to consider, what does your next level self look like? And how can you adopt those habits, beliefs, and behaviors now so that you can have the largest impact in your life that you desire to have? The next question is, what other values would I add to that? What other things would my next level self have? One of the ways that I like to really reference and reflect on this question is I like to consider what I call expanders. These are people that I really look up to and admire. Now, it could be someone in a storybook, like a fictional character from like a movie. It could be someone that you know, like a family member, your grandma, your aunt, something like that. Or it could even be a celebrity that you really admire and look up to. But when you recognize that you admire them, ask yourself, what are personal characteristics that they have? And based on those things that I admire, what values do I think that they're basing these things on, or that they've developed these characteristics because of? So as you think of those additional values, you'll really begin to bring to the surface those values that are of utmost importance to you and that you desire to have. The third question is, what values should I eliminate or remove in order to actually accomplish moving into my ultimate destiny? In order to create the success you desire and deserve, you have to know what's working and how to do more of it, but you got to know what's not working and how to do less of it. And I feel like this reflective question allows you to do just that. As you consider that, you move into the fourth question, which is, what is the benefit to me by having this value in the position on my hierarchy? So as I consider the values that I have, why am I holding on to a value that's not serving me? And really understanding that is super important. There's a concept called secondary gain, where you have more to gain, right, than you have to lose by getting rid of something. And if you don't understand that secondary gain, you can never shift past it. So for example, let's say that you smoke, right? But for you, you're like, I just want to stop smoking. And I know there has to be a reason that I can't make this change. And then you come to find out that community is really important to you. Every day at work, you go on a smoke break. And so you're in that community and you're with people. It may feel difficult for you to be able to remove that value unless you redefine or shift some of those values in a way that aligns with the success you want to create. And then the fifth question is, in what order do my values need to be for me to be able to achieve my ultimate destiny? The way in which you rank your values is also going to determine which ones are likely to move you the most. And so understanding that ranking and then considering like maybe moving the ranking around will help you to create what you want to call into your life. If you've ever seen the logical levels of change pyramid, you will notice that values is at the top of that hierarchy. And that's not a coincidence or an accident. It's because if we cannot shift our values, we cannot make that lasting change that we want to make, which showcases the power that values truly has. So as you consider this process, I want you to look at it from a lens of a gentle observer, observing your experience around your values and the way in which your values have impacted you, and also consider how you can gracefully move yourself to creating values that serve your success. If this inspired you and you'd like to learn more about the change work that needs to take place for you to be able to shift your values to create the success you desire and deserve, I would like to invite you into my behind the scenes of the Elevate method, aka the Experience Elevate. This is a complimentary 5-module bonus course that walks you through some of the most life-changing, powerful modalities that help you to create significant transformation. This includes time techniques, NLP, EFT, hypnosis, and so much more. So use the link in the show notes, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside.